A true understanding of the 2012 prophetic message must begin with a clear understanding of the way in which ancient Mayas, and even the Mayas of today, view time itself. Each day is seen as something special. A day is not simply a 24-hour period of time. It is perceived as a being, a living entity, a mystical construct which surrounds all of humanity during the period of time that it takes for the sun to make its journey from the eastern horizon to the western horizon.
En primer lugar, quiero descubrir algo sobre la calendaria maya, que la gente maya han dejado.
The ancient Mayas devised a system of tracking and identifying each day by assigning a kind of tag to it. This tag takes the form of a combination of two symbolic units. One of these units is imaged as a day name. Currently, modern-day Mayas see these day names simply as special magical words. But in ancient times, when the Mayas had their own form of writing, they also assigned a special hieroglyph to each day name. Hieroglyphs were unique, and there were 20 of them.
En los 20 nahuales sacaron su personalidad, los 10 dedos de la mano y los 10 dedos de los pies. Por eso es que ellos lo llamaban un unak. Y así significaba la calendaria maya, significaba en diferentes, para ellos son cosas sagradas porque los nahuales son espirituales y eso trabajaban ellos cuando ellos piensan hacer un costumbre o un trabajo realizaban siempre el costumbre que hacían siempre los nahuales utilizaban.
The other symbolic unit assigned to each day was simply a number from 1 to 13. Currently, the modern-day Mayas simply say the numbers when they address them. But in ancient times, when they possessed writing, they had a system for writing numbers. In this pre-colonial system, the numbers were written using dots and bars. Each dot represented a unit. Each bar represented a set of 5. To represent the number 1, the ancient Mayas wrote a dot. The number 2 was represented by 2 dots. The number 3 was represented by 3 dots, and so on. When the number 5 was reached, it was represented by a bar, while a 6 was written using a combination of a bar signifying 5 and 1 dot signifying 1. In other words, 5 and 1, 6. 2 bars represented the number 10, signifying the sum of 5 and 5.
Ellos escribieron los 13 números y con los 20 nahuales. Y los 13 números combinaban en diferentes nahuales. El número 1 es el nahual Mosh. Y terminaba los 13 números, el número 13, el nahual Aj. Y siguen dando los vueltos. El número 1 empiezo de nuevo en el nahual Ish. Y el 13 en el nahual Kamei.
As time passes, each day is seen as being represented by the combination of a day name, which the modern-day Mayas now call nahuales, and a day number. The day names tick off in a specific order, one after the other, from the 1st to the 20th, each one accompanied by a number, each of which ticks off in a sequence from 1 to 13. Since there are only 13 numbers, the 14th day name is accompanied by the number 1, because these two sequences cycle back to the beginning when they reach their last unit. In other words, the number 13 is followed by the number 1. Likewise, after the occurrence of the 20th day name, called Ahau in ancient times and Ahpu by modern-day Mayas, this sequence also cycles back to its beginning. thereby following the 20th day name with the first day name. During the passage of time, any given day name will come up time and time again as the 20-name cycle repeats over and over again. But each time it comes up, a specific day name will be accompanied by a different number. One day it will occur accompanied by the number 1. The next time it comes up, it will occur accompanied by the number 8. The next time by the number 2, and so on. For a while, each day will be unique because of the specific number and the specific day name that occurs on that day. Ultimately, this recombination of numbers and day names finally runs out. Every possible combination of number and day name is exhausted, and the whole system cycles back to its own beginning. It takes exactly 260 days for this phenomenon to manifest. In other words, the day name and number combination 3 Noh will take 260 days to occur again. To the Mayas, both the ancient and the modern day Mayas, each day name and each number had its own significance and meaning. For instance, the symbol known in ancient times as Kaban and in modern times as Noh represented both the essence of thought, the way a thought can rise, like the smoke of incense, and also the concept of earth-shaking phenomena. The low numbers, such as 1, 2, and 3, qualified the day name and represented its influence as weak, while a high number, such as 11, 12, and 13, is interpreted as magnifying the influence of the day name, making it very powerful, even dangerous. Modern-day Mayas prefer days whose day signs are qualified by mid-range numbers, such as 6 and 7. These are seen as strong enough not to be useless, but not so strong as to be destructive.
Y así combinaban en diferentes nahuales, siguieron combinando, llegó los 260 días, pues para ellos es un día muy especial, porque en ese día esperaban tener un hijo o el tiempo del embarazo de una madre.
The Mayas see the number 260 as the number of pregnancy and the origin of life. The number 260, which is the product of the two sacred numbers 13 and 20, was established at least 4,000 or even 5,000 years ago as the key numerological linchpin of the whole spiritual culture in the region of Central America. 260 as a symbolic metaphor for pregnancy and fertility and the potential of birth and rebirth. The ancient Mayas understood the intense, intimate relationship that exists between the miraculous sequence of events leading up to the birth of a human child and the equally miraculous sequence of events leading up to the sprouting of a plant seed, and the equally miraculous sequence of events involving the gestation of human consciousness as a whole. As it turns out, these indigenous mystics